All right. Good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable, independent podcaster, and of course, New York native, Queens, New York native, of course, from Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging out with me on the 251st episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. Live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube and myself is the Instagram live feed. So turn on your notifications on the gram and please follow Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Instagram as well as Facebook as well. And of course, be sure to hang on one second. Yes, be sure to turn on your notifications so you can be in the know on when each episode is going to be dropping, and yeah, for more information about any delays of upcoming episodes or whatever, I'll let you know, and I will actually gladly give y'all the news and stuff. So anyway. If you're new to this channel and you missed any previous episodes whatsoever, please go ahead and grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page, G Money Stacks 555. Tap on the naughty bell along with alerts so you can be reminded on when the podcast is going to be on the air live via live stream. And of course, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes, and be sure to listen, stream, watch the episodes, even the new and the latest previous episodes. And of course, download the episodes, share the videos, and of course, tell a friend to another friend, and I'll be glad to get to the streaming platforms where you can listen to the episodes at the end of the show and all that great stuff right there. So yeah. Without further ado, we only got one topic for transit news today because I'm on a tight schedule, so I want to actually get this out the way. Let's go into the New York Mass Transit files right here, real quick, and all that great stuff right there. So there it is, right there, man. Okay, here we go. Here's what's happening here in this segment right here. So, according to AMNY.com, Upper Manhattan residents rallied on Tuesday night in support of the 15-year-old autistic boy who was brutally bullied and beaten by other transit kids on the subway in an attack captured on viral video. Sources said the youngster is a part of a cultural hangout of young train buffs online. Police say they are continuing to investigate a disturbing video taken last week in which three teens can be seen hurling racist abuse at the 15-year-old autistic child named Elijah before beating him inside the 181st Street subway station on the A line in Washington Heights. Jeez, man. Really though? Really though? Yeah. Man, this is terrible. So transit office officers responded to the scene shortly after the events depicted in in this video. Investigators are actively looking into the circumstances of this incident. Chief of Transit Michael Kemper tweeted out on March the 12th. March 12th, yeah. In response to the video, several community leaders rallied near the 181st Street station on March 14th and demanded justice for Elijah. They also called for more youth programs to prevent children from acting out. End quote. We understand that the kid is autistic, which makes the matter even worse to attack a child that can't really comprehend what he's done or yeah, or what he's done in the past. Local resident Rosemary Severino said, I think the community needs to take some responsibility. The self proclaimed transit kids consist of young people who gather, hang out, and ride on the subways together, according to Eduardo Medellin, who professed to be a transit kid himself. He claimed that Elijah was no stranger to altercations on the ground, but the attack upon him was a sign that the situation is out of control. He has done shady things too, but we all make mistakes, and we've been fighting for years and years, and it's getting out of hand now, Medellin said. Um, when AM New York Metro asked if Severino is concerned that children are roaming the subway without supervision, she responded by stating that she believes programs should be in place to aid young train enthusiasts. I know that there's a lot of transit kids that are very peaceful and just want to see the new trains when they come out, Severino said. Maybe there should be a program where kids get to explore New York City transits and buses. Maybe there should be funding for that. The suggestion is similar to an idea proposed by advocates last year who have rallied against the dangerous phenomenon of subway surfing by young New Yorkers. Yeah, that part might be true. That part might be true though, man. We do need yeah, you do need all the help that you can get. Yeah, programs could work, but you know what I mean. But I don't know if that's gonna prevent them. I don't know if that's gonna prevent any more incidents as far as like anything goes. And what is the deal with subway surfers these days, man? I actually talked about this like episodes ago that you're not supposed to ride on top of the subway cars in the first place. That's crazy right there. All right. Let's get into our next let's get into our next subject here. And this is chatting all the jazz right here. Okay, unfortunately, we have a passing of an actor from Saving Private Ryan, and we need to get to here Tom Sizemore. Yes, actor Tom Sizemore died on Friday, a representative confirmed to CNN. The 61-year-old performer, best known for his work in films like Saving Private Ryan, Heat, and Black Hawk Down, suffered a brain aneurysm on February 18th. He was rushed to a Los Angeles hospital and remained in intensive care. 10 days later, a spokesperson said his family received word from doctors that there was no hope for recovery and that end of life decisions were being made. He was 61 years old. And quote, I am deeply saddened by the loss of my big brother Tom. The performer's brother, Paul Sizemore, said he was larger than life. He has influenced my life more than anyone I know. He was talented, loving, giving, and could keep you entertained endlessly with his wit and storytelling ability. I am devastated he is gone and will miss him always. Um, the Detroit native was known for tough guy turns and worked with many top directors like Oliver Stone, Martin Scorsese, and Catherine Bigelow. His first major role was in 1994 in Lawrence Kasdan's Cad, Kasdan's Wyatt Earp, playing the part of Masterson opposite Kevin Costner. The following year, he was a key part of Robert De Niro's crew in Michael Mann's immediate cops and robbers classic Heat. Um, of course, here he is in that film making lines like the action is the juice sound like poetry. In 1988, he was second in command to Tom Hanks in the World War II action drama Saving Private Ryan. Though his character, technical Sergeant Mike Horvath, seemed at times to be the most indestructible, he did not survive the randomness of combat in Steven Spielberg's film. The following year, he co-starred with Nicolas Cage, Vig Rhymes, and Patricia Arquette in Scorsese's existential EMT drama Bringing Out the Dead. Oh gosh. Okay, I didn't even know about that. In 2000, he received a Golden Globe nomination for best performance by an actor in a miniseries or motion picture made for television for his work in Witness Protection. And in 2001, he went back into combat for Ridley Scott's Black Hawk Down. The actor struggled with drug addiction and frequently found himself in legal trouble. In 2003, he was convicted on domestic violence charges for physically abusing and harassing his then girlfriend Heidi Fleiss. He served 6 months in jail. In 2007, he was arrested for suspicion of possessing methamphetamine and was later sentenced to 16 months in prison. Ah, boy. In 2010, he appeared on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew after telling Larry King that he was addicted to cocaine, heroin, and meth. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That right there, that's just that's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. That right there is just crazy. I hate to say this. Yeah. Um anyway. Um anyway, where was I? Yes, so in 2010 he appeared on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew after telling Larry King he was addicted to cocaine, heroin, and meth. 7 years later, Sizemore pleaded to no contest to charge two charges of domestic violence in 2017 and received 36 months of summary probation. That same year, it was revealed that Sizemore had been removed from a movie set in 2003 after allegedly touching an 11-year-old actress inappropriately. He declined to comment at the time, but according to THR, he later tweeted in response to a Twitter user who brought up the allegation, writing, "It didn't happen, bro. He was arrested again in 2019 for illegal narcotics possession. His work in recent years has been mostly on uh mostly where was I? Where was I? Where um no, not mostly. I'm sorry. Anyway, in his recent years, he in his recent years has been mostly on low budget action films. Among the colleagues who commented when news of his condition was made public were Wendell Pierce, Robert Davey, Safdie and the Safdie brothers, and Kim Coates. Yeah, that was crazy, man. That's crazy. Anyway, um, yeah, that's crazy though, man. Um, yeah, so SIP to um the actor. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Tom Sizemore. SRP is the Tom Sizemore. All right. Anyway, so let's get into something else. Um Travis Scott. All right. So most recently, according to Hot New Hip Hop, unfortunately for hip hop lovers, another Rolling Loud Festival is gearing up for its final roster of performances for the season this evening. Um, the past 2 days have been jam packed with plenty of noteworthy moments, and this took place since March the 5th. So that's most recently. Anyway, so So the past 2 days have been jam-packed with plenty of noteworthy moments. Among them was Playboy Cardi debuting new music during his headline set, as well as Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne reuniting on old favorites like Truffle Butter and High School. Those let me okay, hold on a minute here. Um a second here. Okay, where was I? Yes, so those who didn't hang on a minute here. Okay, those who didn't attend the Louisiana Natives set on Saturday, March 4th, could likely be found elsewhere on the grounds watching Travis Scott bring his signature rage to the stage. Um, as Variety notes, the father of two only got about 30 minutes of performance time. Afterwards, his sound was abruptly cut off during sickle mode. This happened around 11 p.m., which Rolling Loud had previously widely publicized as the mandatory end time for all headliners. Even as his music was shut off, Scott still sang for the crowd as a goodbye message was shown on the screen. Thank you very much. I love y'all. I wish I could do more, but they are making me go, the Houston native told the audience. In response, they didn't hesitate to let out loud boos, making their displeasure with the short concert well known. Roaring Loud marked Scott's return to the festival stage for the first time since 2021's deadly Astroworld tragedy. Many were disappointed that it lacked the rapper's usual strength and stamina. According to TMZ, LaFlame was possibly late for his set start time, which would explain the lackluster half an hour performance. Elsewhere, some are speculating that RL maintained strict rules to avoid having another disaster unfold during Scott's time on stage. Still, it seems those who did attend stayed safe while enjoying tracks like Antidote, Mafia, and Praise God. Um, at this time, many fans are waiting for an update on the rodeo hitmaker, as past reports claim he would be turning himself in to the NYPD following his festival appearance. He's facing accusations of assault, which I previously talked about, and a potential lawsuit from another disgruntled person after seemingly throwing their phone. Keep scroll. Yeah. I'm not even gonna really do all that, man. Anyway, up next we have another. Up next we have another we have another story to talk about. This has to do. Okay, so Will Smith. Here we go. Let me see who's in the chat right here. Hold on. And shouts to the crew from Pick Six with Nick and Noah. Um, thank you for viewing this. I appreciate y'all. So, Will Smith made his return to the awards stage earlier this week after accepting the Beacon Award at the African American Film Critics Association Awards. The event took place on Wednesday, March 1st, and marked the first time Smith has given a speech on an award stage since his infamous slapping incident with Chris Rock at the 2022 Academy Awards ceremony. The legendary actor took the stage after his Emancipation co-star Charmaine Bingwa and double AFCA co-founder Gil L. Robertson introduced him and the film's director Antoine Fuqua. After Fuqua gave his minute-long speech, Smith reflected on the production of the historical drama. Emancipation was the individual most difficult film of my entire career. It was all outdoors. That is true. Smith joked with the crowd. It was the second day of shooting and 110 degrees. I was in a scene with one of the white actors. The actor decided to ad lib. So we're doing the scene. I did my line. He did his line, and then ad lib. He spit in the middle of my chest. Damn. He he added the actor felt that the ad lib had gone well. So we do take two. I do my line. He does his line, and spits in the middle of my chest again. In the distance, I hear a voice, and Antoine says, "Hey, let's do a take without the spit." And in that moment, I knew that God was real. Hmm. And Will Smith went on to thank several people, including the double A FCA co-founder, the production team, and most importantly, Apple for sticking through all the budget changes on such a massive film. I want to thank Gil and double A FCA, Will said. I want to thank all of you in this room for doing what you do, keeping our stories alive. I want to thank Apple because the budget was one thing, and then the budget was another thing, and then the budget was another thing. And Apple never flinched, Smith said. It was the first time I had heard from a studio that the story was more important than how much it costs to get it done. They they make iPhones, they can do it. But before his speech, Charmaine Bingwa spoke with Variety on the red carpet about her co-star's kindness and how he looked out for them when filming many of the difficult scenes. There was a scene where the people had to lay dead in a tunnel, and Will just said, "You guys are doing a fantastic job. I know this is really tough." And he gave them all an extra $1,000 out of his own pocket. He's just a great guy, Bingwa said. Will Smith's last time on an award stage wasn't a great experience for him, besides accepting the award for Best Actor at the 2022 Oscars thanks to his role in the 2021 film King Richard. Smith had also assaulted Chris Rock on stage earlier that night. Yeah, we talked about this. The incident occurred while Rock made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and her alopecia. Smith walked on stage and slapped the comedian across his face before going back to his seat and telling Rock to keep Jada's name out his motherfucking mouth. The backlash from the slap saw Will Smith dragged all over from television to social media. He issued a statement last March calling his actions unacceptable while apologizing to Chris Rock. In July, the former Fresh Prince star returned with an earnest apology video in which he denounced his actions and took full accountability while admitting there was work that needed to be done to fix the mess he made. Since then, Will Smith has been slowly returning to the spotlight and picking up steam with upcoming film releases. In addition to Emancipation, which arrived in 2022, he announced Bad Boys 4 alongside co-star Martin Lawrence via a hilarious Instagram post. Smith is also set. Hold on a second. Yes, also hold on. Yeah, Smith is also set to share the screen with Michael B. Jordan in the sequel to the former's 2007 post-apocalyptic Thriller, I Am Legend. Hmm. Yeah. Let's see. I Am Legend. Yeah, he really ignored that shit too, man. He really did. Yeah, he ignored that shit though, man. But anyway, so let's see. Let's see. So Nicki Minaj, hold on a second. Yes, Nicki Minaj has a new label. That's interesting. Yes, Nicki Minaj, according to Complex, Nicki Minaj is coming back in a major way. After a brief hiatus, the reigning queen of rap returned to the public eye with a new single, Red Ruby the Sleeves. It's the number 2 song on US iTunes, but that's not all the Barbs are talking about. Minaj had a major announcement on the latest episode of her Queen radio show on Apple Music. Um, I have a record label now, the rapper revealed. Although she didn't share the label's name, Minaj did say her longtime friend Patty Duke Lauren has signed on as the label's A&R. Minaj also unveiled her starting roster: Nana Fofi, Tate Kobang, Rico Donna, and London Hill. Speaking, hold on a second. Yes, speaking of her new label, Minaj spoke about the importance of having a veteran artist in your corner as an emerging talent, similar to how Lil Wayne helped Minaj earlier in her career. I understand the importance of having somebody else doing the heavy lifting for you, she said. I understand why people are coming out, and they are so. Microwavable. And they are here today and gone tomorrow because there's no structure. There are a lot, there are not a lot of details what we don't know about Nicki's new label. But in the meantime, get to know a little more about her first 4 signees. Yes, I just mentioned that. Yeah, just mentioned those people already. Um, so what else we got here? Okay, let me see. 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 All right. Daisy May Cooper. Okay, hold on. Okay. So this is from thesun.com. Okay, so she's a former cleaner who once auditioned as a stripper, took the Mickey out of Kim Kardashian's rear end and showed up on the red carpet wearing bin bag, excuse me. But Daisy May Cooper has gone from quirky outsider to confirmed star in a triumphant week, which saw her tip to play the new in Bonn and nominated for 4 BF BAFTAs. Um, let's see. She's also set to achieve the elusive dream of many British celebrities to crack America with BAFTA nominated drama. I know, am I being unreasonable? Following dark comedy Rain Dogs to stateside screens. Down to Earth Daisy, age 36, has previously said she dreamed of breaking America, half joking. I want to go to the States and absolutely rinse it like James Corden and buy my own private jet. The comedian has undergone an Adele style transformation after shedding stones on a keto diet, adding extensions to her blonde tresses and giving her wardrobe an overhaul. But global fame is unlikely to fundamentally change Daisy, who picked up a BAFTA for Best Female Comedy Performance in 2018 wearing a Swindon Town football dress. Hmm. She turned up the next day, the next year in an outfit made of black rubbish bags with a bin lid as a hat and fake pigeon perch on top. She donated the money destined for a posh dress to a food bank. Daisy still lives near her parents in a village outside Cirencester in Gloucester, Gloucestershire, where she looks forward to the annual duck race, keeps up friendships with school pals, and loves that nobody gives a flying fuck who she is. Yeah, I could say the same shit about Blondie. I can say the same shit about Blondie, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Let's see. She has also been brutally honest about her poverty-stricken upbringing and how working as a cleaner with her brother helped her come up with the idea for this country, the sitcom that made her famous. She said, "I think I was paid about $100 a month, and as we were going around cleaning, we came up with these characters and said we have to write something. Oof, we have to write something." Huh. um, we have to write something. um, let me see. Yes, because humor was the only thing getting us through such a depressing time. A lot of this country is based on experiences we had. At the end of the first series, they are talking about how they couldn't afford a McDonald's and had to watch their friends eating one. And that was our life. Daisy also had fun poking at the celebrity lifestyle, copying Kim Kardashian's and then breaking People magazine cover, replacing champagne with chips and ketchup for a shoot in 2021. During lockdown, she kept the nation entertained with her hilarious TikTok takeoffs of famous dance routines, including Michael Jackson's Thriller and Beyonce's Single Ladies. Single Ladies, yeah. It's her no nonsense. Let me see. Yes, it's her no nonsense approach to life that is likely to charm America, says Millie Woodman, head of talent at Ed Hopkins PR. Millie said Daisy has been grafting in the industry for a long time. This country has always had a cult following. Then she went mainstream with her lockdown TikTok dances. The fact she keeps it real makes her even more endearing to the public and has grabbed the attention of Hollywood, is looking to which is looking for its next English roles. I'll bet the unconventional one. The Sun revealed yesterday how Daisy is in talks to play M, previously portrayed by heavyweights Dame Judy Dench and Ralph Fiennes after her pal Phoebe Walker-Bridge joined the Bond franchise as a script consultant. Millie added, Daisy would make a great M in Bond because she'd bring an element of comedy and lightheartedness to the character. It will also show off her versatility. Meanwhile, quintessentially British sitcom, this country is getting an office style American makeover. While the British show follows cousins Carrie and Curtin um, Mucklow as they scratch around for something to do in their tiny Cotswold village. Daisy has hold on a second, has sold the rights for producers to set an American version in a small Midwestern town. Earlier this month, HBO showed Daisy's dark comedy show Rain Dogs about a mom living on the fringes of society, bringing up her 10-year-old daughter. And streaming channel Hulu has picked up her humorous BBC drama. Am I being unreasonable? Oh wow! It has been nominated for 4 awards in this year's BAFTA's Best Male and Female Performances in a Comedy Program, Best Scripted Comedy, and Best Scripted Casting. The show about a woman trapped in an unhappy marriage helped her come to terms with splitting from her ex, Will Weston, a landscaper, in 2021. They share they share son Jack 2 and daughter Pip 4. The couple wed 2 years earlier because they thought they should settle down. But Daisy later admitted, my ex-husband is a lovely man, but I just wasn't in love with him, and he wasn't particularly in love with me. Writing this show has been therapy for us in a very weird way. Daisy has candidly admitted that the pressures of living under COVID restrictions and the birth of her son made her realize how unhappy she was in her marriage. She revealed she dreaded taking her son home to her husband after giving birth during lockdown. She said, I was desperately unhappy in my marriage, but didn't realize it at the time. And then lockdown put this massive spotlight onto it. I had my son in lockdown. It was a mess. The hospital weren't allowing the husbands to come in, and that's when I knew I couldn't go back to him. Following her marriage split, she dated chef Ryan Weymouth for 5 months and even had his name tattooed on her ring finger, but they parted 2 weeks after the inking. The past year has seen Daisy transform her image after losing weight on keto, a low carb, high fat diet. but she was left upset by fans who trolled her, claiming she was no longer funny because of her new um new velvet new velte figure. She said, "I'm so for body positivity, but when I was at my biggest, I was at my most miserable, and I had a massive food addiction. I wasn't healthy. I couldn't breathe when I was walking up the stairs. I was so unhappy. I had some messages like, well, now you've lost the weight. You are not funny anymore. What the fuck? Why do women have to be fucking fat to be funny?" Oh man. Daisy's road to fame has been a rocky one. As a young kid, her dad, Paul, lost his job at the sales firm and later suffered a heart attack, which saw the family struggle to make ends meet. They had to sell their home to survive, but as the money disappeared, they often had nothing for the gas meter, relied on payday loans, and once spent a Christmas by candlelight. Damn. But her parents always tried their best, and when Daisy dreamed of being on TV, they took out a credit card to help pay for a summer acting course in London when she was 18. She stayed in the capital trying to find jobs, but was so skint she ended up auditioning to be a stripper wearing a bell gown and calling herself Louise Redknapp. Oh shit. Louise met Louise Redknapp. Oh wow. Okay, so she later said, "I took the top of my dress down and showed my tits and snogged the pole. That was my only move. It was just horrific. The owner of the club sat me down and said, 'Unfortunately, I don't think this is for you.'" Daisy returned home to Go, Gloucester, where she applied for drama schools and was eventually accepted by Rada, where her contemporaries included Happy Valley actor James Norton, but she hated it. "We did weird Jacob Jacobine plays plays and no comedy," she said. "When we left, the teacher said 70% of us wouldn't make it, but I always thought my career would go from strength to strength. The reality was different." She returned home again, where she shared a bedroom with brother Charlie, age 33, who had dropped out of the university, which was when they got the job as night cleaners. um, but she was skint at the time that she once attended an audition for Call the Midlife in Broken Sandals. She said, "I had to take um $9 out of the family's food budget to get a bus to London. I only had one pair of shoes, these sandals that had fallen apart, and I had to tape them and walk from Victoria Coach Station into central London." She compared that period of her life to the Oscar winning film Parasite, which sees a down on their luck family deceive their way into the lives of a rich family. Fed up with being unstable to get work, she and Charlie started to write what would become This Country. It proved an instant hit and won a raft of awards. Despite her success, Daisy still worries about her newfound fame. She once said, "Every day I wake up and think I am going to get canceled today. There is a fear that I'll say the wrong thing and upset everyone." but it hasn't stopped her remaining unapologetically herself. She said, "End quote, to I like to think I'm the canary down the mine for people. If you ever feel embarrassed or have hangover anxiety, just know that I will have done way worse. It's a way for you to feel less embarrassed about yourself." Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Wow. Even I couldn't even pull that off though. But anyway, we gotta talk about the pricey seats at the AMC movie middle seat. Yes. Okay. So, and this is from Variety. Um, in case you're listening to this, um, you're gonna have to come out of your pocket according to the AMC theaters, folks. At your next visit to AMC theaters, getting a prime seat may cost you a little extra. The country's largest exhibition chain is rolling out Sightline at AMC, a ticket pricing initiative based on seat location within within the auditorium. Similar to music, concerts, sporting events, or Broadway, moviegoers will have the option to pay more or less for admission depending on where they choose to sit in the venue. In in effect, from row seats will be available at a lower price, while seats in the middle of the theater will be available at a higher price. The initiative kicks off on Friday at select AMC locations in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City, and will be expanded to all domestic AMC locations by the end of the year. There will be three different seat pricing options. The first is standard sightline, described as the seats that are the most common in auditoriums and are available for the traditional cost of a jacket. No, excuse me, of a ticket. Then there's value sightline, referred to as seats in the front row of the auditorium. Yeah, the auditorium. Yeah, as well as the select ADA seats in each auditorium and are available at a lower price than standard sightline seats. Value sightline pricing is only available to AMC stubs members, including the free tier membership. The third option is preferred sightline, which are the seats in the middle of the auditorium and are priced at a premium to standard sightline seats. The AMC Stubs A-list members will be able to reserve seats in the preferred sightline section at no additional cost. Theaters that offer Sightline at AMC are expected to provide a detailed that seat map that outlines each seating option during the ticket purchase price. No, excuse me, process online on the AMC app and at the box office. Sightline at AMC is applied to all showtimes that begin after 4 p.m. at participating locations. It's not appli- ap- applicable on discount Tuesdays when all movie tickets are discounted to $5. Whew, wow. $5. Damn. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. Um, oh boy. Oh boy. Where did I see? Okay, so Sightline at AMC more closely aligns AMC seat pricing approach to that of many other entertainment venues, offering experience-based pricing and another way for moviegoers to find value at the movies, said Elliot Hamlish, executive vice president and CMO at AMC Theaters. While every seat at AMC delivers an amazing movie-going experience, we know there are some moviegoers who prioritize their specific seat and others who prioritize value movie going. Sightline at AMC accommodates both sentiments to help ensure that our guests have more control over their experience so that every trip to an AMC is a great one. The Sightline initiative is the latest AMC theaters experiment with movie ticket prices as cinemas struggle to recover from COVID. In 2022, the exhibitor charged $1 to $2 more for the opening weekend of Robert Pattinson's The Batman compared to other movies playing at the same time. And last weekend, the with the encouragement of Paramount, AMC offer matinee prices to every screening of 80 for Brady, a comedy starring Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Romero, and Sally Field. Ugh. Yeah, that movie wasn't so great. Unfortunately, that movie wasn't so great. Anyway, yeah, that movie wasn't so great anyway. Um, so let's see. Let's see. Do have let me see something here. So I think that's about it for this episode right here. Um yeah, let me see something here. Okay. I think that's it for this episode right here. Let's get into our last segment right here, which is stream choices on the go, man. Let's get into it right here, right now. Yeah. So here's what you need to do here for you folks out there that's listening at home and everywhere else. If you like the topics that's been discussed in today's episode or any previous episodes whatsoever, why don't you go ahead and show your love by following Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my other shows, the sports platform that I do, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast. And of course, be sure to follow the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. And myself included, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Turn your notifications so you can be in the know on of when each episode is going to be dropping, alongside with all that other stuff, which is everything in between. And of course, if you'd like to listen to the episodes, you can go to the link in bio where it says Linktree /G Money Stacks 555. Yes. So if you go to the link in bio, you're gonna see a little bit of everything of every streaming platform that you could think of. And let me start off with hold on a minute here. Hold on. All right, so as the link in bio goes, let's start off with Audacity. Yes, Audacity, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM Podcast, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and of course Spotify for podcasters and iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcasts. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio or any of the apps that I just mentioned right there. So why don't you go ahead and and so why don't you go ahead and just subscribe and follow the show along with this platform right here, the New York podcast platform, and make sure you follow my other shows, which is also on iHeartRadio and Spotify for podcasters, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show, and of course Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show is also on there as well. So there you have it right there. And finally, make sure you go ahead and grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555. Yeah, 555. Click on the Noni bell so you can be reminded, along with the alerts, so you can be reminded of when the podcast live stream recording is going to be on the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes. And of course, be sure to stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. And for the most part, be sure to listen, stream, watch the episodes, download the episodes, share the episodes, share the videos, tell a friend to another friend, and of course, be sure to share. Hold on, yes. Be sure to tell a friend to another friend, and of course, be sure to spread the word. Word of mouth is important. And alongside with, share the link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555 for all the listings of audio streaming platforms where you can listen to the episodes and topics. And of course, be sure to share the link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555 and alongside with the podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, the people you are cool with. Where you meet them at festivities, whether it's at a carnival, barbecues, festivities. Whether you meet them at a block party and everywhere else. So that's gonna do it for me. And this has been an interesting episode right here. I'm your man G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening to this episode right here. 251 Pricey Kicks. And of course, be sure to you know remember, the grind doesn't stop, hard work pays off. Trust the process, be patient with your craft, and if you if you want something, you have to work hard to you have to work hard in order for you to get something. And of course, be sure to find and look for something that clicks to you. Follow your goals and dreams. New York wasn't built in a day. And of course, find your voice, be yourself behind the microphone, whatever career field you're trying to do, and all that great stuff right there. And be sure to be sure to share. Be sure to share. Um, share your confidence by being consistent on a consistency basis, and that gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. All right, that's it. I'm up out of here. Thank you very much for listening, tuning in, and rocking with me on episode 251. I will see y'all in the next episode. And yeah, I'm up out of here. Thank you. Peace and one love. I appreciate every single one of you for listening. Good night, everybody.